Map Pack 4 gives us 10 brand new maps to work with in all styles and variations, starting it off with Badland Ridges. And already seeing this map, it looks really unique, really cool. The starting area right here, you already have your starting road layout, I guess, which is kind of interesting. I love this little abandoned town here. Looking kind of cool. Abandoned railway station here. Yeah, also all stuff you can work with in your starting area. Really cool. Let's have a look at, well, all the highways around your city. It's got a really good road layout. That is, wow. Like, there's a lot of connections, a lot of roads, highways, exit, entry points you can work with. And really, really amazing. You have your rail connection right in your starting tile. Rails go out the map here. You have rails up here. A massive rail junction here. And wow, like this is massive amount of trains. I love these fields here. So cool. Those are farming fields. So yeah, speaking of natural resources on this map, look at this. You got oil, ore in abundance. You got farmland, obviously trees or forestry you could technically plant yourself. So this is also really awesome. Water, technically, there's no ship connections, but you have this river going through the middle. So good for your water supply, your water connection. And let's have a look at the height map. This valley in between like the mountains, really cool. And let's move on to the next map. Next up, the Midshire map, and oh my lord, look at those fields. Wow, that must have been quite a job to do. Really, really great. Let's have a look at the starting area here. This is the starting point. Again, very interesting. Yeah, I guess that's okay. These are your highway entry and exit points, and this is awesome. It leads to this little roundabout here. And then it moves on to this castle, what used to be there. Okay, the terrain is a bit glitchy, or the props, but that's fine. You have the cemetery in the back. Like, look at this castle. Looks really amazing. Highways. Okay, so you have this big X shape here. So definitely enough connections for your build. The rails are running right through your city here. And I love, or right through your starting tile. I love this little bank. So this is the elevation of the rails, and then they split off to the north and to the south. So a lot of rail connections here as well. In terms of water, yeah, you have these this river here, really great for water needs of your city. Let's have a look at the natural resources. Obviously, to paint all of these fields, you would need these resources to get the different color variations. And yeah, it looks really good. Plus, the positive thing is, or the good thing is, you could also just simply, you know, use those for your industries DLC. Height map, really flat. This is a really flat map right here. Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, there are some bits and pieces that are elevated, of course, but otherwise it is pretty flat compared to like the outside here. So yeah, Midshire map, definitely visually a very, very fun map. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, another beauty, the Oxbow River map. Just look at this. This is really, wow. This map is really, really epic. Let's have a look at the starting tile. Here we have like a little diamond interchange. Once again, you have a bit of road layout already done for you. I love, once again, we have this like abandoned village here. So really cool with like a castle on top. Looking really, really good. Very nice detail. So, but I think this, for me, I would probably demolish all of that. Let's have a look at the highways. Really good layout highway-wise. Road connections are in an abundance. There are ship connections on this map. You have all of these rivers. Obviously, it's called Oxbow River. Not sure if Oxbow is like a region or a real-life region or something to do with this like symbol here. It's like, what is this, like an 8 or the infinity symbol? I don't know. Anyway, it looks really great. I could definitely see myself building on this map. You know, I'm trying to plan like a little serious, a new city, and take you all on the journey with me. So I'm still looking for a map. Hey, drop me a comment for a suggestion for a map to use. I'm really not sure. Let's have a look at natural resources. So the the river is filled with oil. Like you can have some farming here. There's like an ore. There's like a quarry already over here. Really nice details here. Lots of natural resources. I don't know why you would put oil in the river though. For the color, I guess. I'm not really sure. Let's have a look at the height map of Oxbow River, and yeah, pretty flat. There are some bits and pieces, of course. What a great looking map. I might build on this. I'm not sure at the moment. On to the next one. All right, next up, Paradise Coast, and already I am liking what I see here. Let's zoom in on the starting tile. This is the highway. This is the entry and exit point, again with a bit of a road layout, which leads to some abandoned buildings. There are some mountains already in the starting area. Probably not that much of a beginner's map. Well, maybe, I don't really know if you would want this as a beginner's map. The highways, the road connections are pretty good here. Like you can have multiple highway entry and exit points for your city here. Looking really good. Let's have a look. I haven't spotted the, oh, these are the rails. I haven't spotted the rails. They're right in front of you. So here's the rails running along here, running over the islands here. That's the only rail on the map, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but yeah, that's something to keep in mind for sure. Obviously, we have ocean connection. Gotta be probably careful with your sewage outflow if you want to use sewage outflows here, that it doesn't get sucked up back into your water supply. And let's have a look at some of the natural resources on the map. Oh yeah, okay. Farming, ore, oil, forestry, obviously. Well, you can create forestry yourself simply by planting trees. And the height map, this is, yeah, as I said, this is like, wow, there's some height here in the starting area already. So you do have to work with some terrain, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it could maybe intimidate some players. So yeah, but otherwise, this is a great looking map. There's a lot of potential here where what you can build on this map. Really nice. Let's move on to the next one. All right, let's have a look at the Pine Lakes map next. And already I am loving what I am seeing here. Love this with the trees and the lighting coming in. Look at the shading here. Whoa, looking really good. Can you tell I'm excited? Let's have a look. The starting tile right here, this is your highway entry and exit point. You can work with these existing dirt roads here. Again, some abandoned buildings. Ooh, love the pier here. And on this side as well, some road layout here where you can work off of that or you don't have to. I think it's really cool that there's so many, but it's interesting also. There's like so many starting road layouts already. Kind of cool to give you an idea what to build in your new city. On the new map, let's have a look at the road connections. Okay, you got just like a T junction here, and that is your highway, but definitely enough space to add more entry and exit points to your city. The rails are right alongside here, going through here all the way. I gotta zoom in a bit more. Oh, okay. That's a sharp turn here. We could have just maybe gone through here, but I guess that's probably due to the height. So really windy rails, train connections here. We got like a little 3-point interchange here for the trains. You can go this way. What is this? Oh wow, okay, I see what you did there, Uncle Ron. I see, very cool, very nice. And of course you can go, where am I, to the other side as well, all the way this way. Okay. Ooh, dude, the details are great. Let's go. Loving the details. Really, really nice. Let's have a look at the natural resources of the map. Whew. Farming, and farming. Lots of farming, some oil, some ore. Definitely space for your specialized industry. The height map, of course, we have sort of a valley again with some mountains. The outside water on the other side. You have this like little lake here that is from the ocean. And then you've got these like rivers probably going down Oh, they're a bit dried up here, though. Let me hit play. Let's hit play. Let's put it on 3-speed. Let's see if this actually works. You might need to terraform a tad bit so the water flows a bit better. Probably a water source. Ooh, I'm not sure about this one. Anyway, yeah, you could definitely do some cool stuff with the Pine Lakes map. It's looking really good. I like the Boreal, even though it's got a lot of fog. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite style of map? Boreal, tropical, temperate, or European? Now let's move on to the next map. Welcome to Rock Valley map. Yep, again, Boreal, and I like what I'm seeing here. Let's move into the starting square right here. We have our highway entry and exit right here. We got some bus lanes too. Okay, I dig it, I dig it. Again, with a layout with an abandoned old city. So I guess it's kind of like you would revitalize a broken down like city of sorts or something. Kind of cool, the idea. Let's have a look at the roads. Okay, there's a good layout, I think. That's a really good layout. Small mountain, this kind of windy road here. Highways here. Ooh, I love how that splits off. Very nice. And overall, yeah, there's a lot of possibilities to add entry and exit points to your city. We've got the rails right here for your train connections. Ooh, loving this one right here. Very nice. And then I think they run alongside the highway. Yep. Almost all the way, or all the way. And let's have a look. Well, water-wise, there's like this lake reservoir, little rivers here, a big, massive river in the middle. And let's check out the natural resources of the map. There we go. Fertile land or oil, forestry. Obviously, you could do that yourself. I think I've mentioned that before. The height map. Okay, we got this like valley here. Let's have a look down here. Pretty flat. It's pretty flat. You could, there's like some mountains here, but I feel like that is something we could definitely work with. Rock Valley map. Really nice. And now let's move on to the next one. Welcome to Ronstein Castle map. Uncle Ron, Ronstein, I see what you did there, and I like it. I guess this is Ronstein Castle here. Look at, or Ronstein? I think it's Ronstein. I'm not really sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to say Ronstein. So it's Ronstein Castle. Look at this. This looks so good. It looks so good. Oh my god. It looks really good. Nicely done. Look at the walls on the path. Oh my god. This is the best idea ever. This looks so good. Oh, I'm going to use that in one of my cities. 100%. I'm going to steal that. I don't care. It looks so good. With the fields even. Oh my god. This looks great. Sorry, I'm nerding out a little bit. Let's have a look. It's in the starting square even. Okay. And this is our entry and exit point here. We could build off of these roads. Wow. What is this? Okay, this is looking really interesting here. Let's have a look at the roads on the map. Yep, right here. Going from north to south. And you have some smaller windy roads here. A big lake reservoir here. And ocean access right here. And where are the rails? In the starting area. So I believe up until now, I think in every map we have in the starting area the rails. So running along the coast, really nice for some scenic train rides. And then moving along here and running along the shoreline here. Very great. And then we have this one going into this rail yard right here. And then splitting off into two rails and, ooh, making a bendy bow right here. Wow. Okay. Woo. Loving this. Let's have a look at the natural resources. Ooh, fertile land. Nice for your farming needs. Oil ore in an abundance. Great stuff right here. Let's check the height map right there. We go. Well, we already see that we have a lot of mountainous areas to work with, but I don't think that's too bad. I love Ronstein Castle. This is a good looking map. I feel like this is really cool for a sprawling city here. Oh, I might use. I'm not sure if I might use this map. Definitely would keep this as like a centerpiece. Ronstein Castle, very nice, very great map. Now let's check out the next one. Welcome to Starfort Delta map. Obviously, The centerpiece here is this star shape. Wow. Okay. I mean, this is kind of cool. It does take up a lot of space, though, if you're not really wanting to build on the star here. But wow, the details are really great. This must have taken so much time. Hats off to Uncle Ron for these maps with these details. This is so cool. Let's check out the starting square here. And once again, you have a bit of a road layout already done for you, so you can build off of that if you want to, or you could just do your own thing here. Let's have a look. Oh, big interchange here for high volumes of traffic. And let's have a look at the roads, sort of an X going through here. A lot of ways to connect your city. Where's the rails? Probably in the starting square, right? Yep. See, I knew it's always in the starting. So we have these rails here, 3 points, and they move on to here, move on to here. Got rails over here. And, ooh, also here. Wow, lots of rail connections here. Really cool. Natural resources. Lots of farms already like made to symbolize or to like the shape of farms. That's great. Or oil again in the water. Height map. Okay, let's have a look. Well, some height here, but not all that much. Not all that much. It's rather flat. And yeah, I mean, if this is, it's kind of a cool centerpiece here. The star shape. So yeah, this is the Starfort Delta map. Kind of cool. Let me know what you think about this. I think it's kind of cool. Would you build on this? I don't know if I would. Probably just leave it as sort of a natural reserve area or something like that, because we got all the details already in here. But now let's move on to the next one. Welcome to Sunny Keys. What a great looking map visually already. I am loving it. Look at this interchange. Whoa, this is massive. But first, let's have a look at the starting square right here. Again, you have your entry exit points right here. And the details, like, oh my days. Look at it with the tree-lined roads on the shoreline here. Great stuff here. The details again. Let's go. Oh my god. Looking really, really good. Some battles were fought here. Really nice. Let's have a look at the road layout. We saw the massive interchange here, and we have the roads coming in from 4 directions, basically. 2 massive highways and 1 smaller highway going through here alongside the shore. Then we have another one splitting off here. Ooh, okay. I just saw that. That's kind of cool. Right. So, yeah, a lot of possibilities to add your highway entry and exit points to your city. Where's the rails? The rails are, again, running right through the starting square, heading off here, up here. So a lot of options. Ooh, they're running next to the road. That's kind of cool. A lot of options to put in some rail stuff, and I already can see fertile land here, and some oil as well. So yeah, specialized industry. Let's go. We got everything basically. Height map. It's rather flat. So if you like this kind of stuff, this is the map for you. I think this is really cool. There's a lot of stuff on the map though, like this huge interchange. This, yeah, might need to change some of the stuff around, but I think visually it could be really cool to have a sprawling city here. There's, look at there's, you know, room for harbors and ports and all that stuff right here. Everything already kind of prepared for you as the player. Great stuff, in my opinion. Great stuff. Great map. And now we've come to the last map. Let's have a look at it. All right, here we are in Victory Harbor map. And wow, not that much buildable land. I think 57%, which is plenty, I feel like. And let's have a look at the starting square. Already the eye catcher here, obviously, is this like memorial, not memorial, this like castle with the details. Uncle Ron, hats off to you once again. Really great stuff. Loving the colorful trees everywhere. Super amazing. So once again, your starting interchange here with your little road layout already done. Yeah, not that much room to build in your starting area. So you'd have to expand pretty quick, I would assume. But yeah, if you're a player that loves a challenge, I think this map is for you. Let's have a look at the roads. Well, we got this massive highway splitting off here again, going to the right, splitting off here as well as going all the way through here and then winding up here. Oh, this looks kind of cool. You could technically build back here, but I think you would, as a player, probably go for, if we're going 9 tiles, we go up here, 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 and probably up here. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe these 9 tiles here. I'm always going from the 9 tiles perspective since I was a console player. Started this game on console, now I moved to PC, but yeah, still very much love the vanilla console stuff to work with that. So yeah, I'm always going for 9 tiles if I'm not playing with any mods, which I rarely do. So that's the road. The rails, again, in the starting area as well, and splitting off here, going through here. Oh, there's rails up here as well. Okay, that's kind of cool. That is really cool. And yeah, just moving along here, along the coast sort of, and then going into here. So yeah, you could build another city here next to the mountain and have exit points from the highway here. So you have a good layout. Obviously, we've got this like river in here that leads to the ocean. A lot of room and space for ports. Like it's already like made for ports. Oh my God, how much do I love this lighthouse? Yep, really cool stuff. And you can add your harbors and ports in here, and you can have some ships going through here. Super great. Let's check out the natural resources, obviously, to get the coloring in here. A lot of fertile land here. You can see it here, ore and oil as well. And the height map, I mean, we can already kind of see it. This valley area is flat. This is flat, good to build on. And then we have the mountains surrounding the area. Yeah, wow, very, very nice. A lovely but challenging map, in my opinion. But that concludes Map Pack 10 by Uncle Ron. Once again, shout out to Uncle Ron. Really great stuff. I'm definitely, probably, maybe going to pick 1 or 2 maps to build on. I'm not really sure. Remember, everyone, drop me a comment. Which map should I use for a series? I'm sort of planning out a new city to build. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Watch the next video. And if you're a player yourself, happy building. We'll see you around. Bye-bye.